Welcome back, guys. So, you guys are going to go to your classwork stream to see our work for this week, right? We're under the Leader and Me section. And remember, first you're going to watch those two Lesson 10 videos, and they'll be embedded in your quiz that you're going to take. So you click on this little link to pop up to your quiz. You're going to watch the first video on 80th birthday, answer 2 questions. Then you're going to watch the second video, begin with the end in mind, and answer those 2 questions. When you're done with that, then the rest of your lessons are down here where it says Lesson 9 and 10 Peardeck. And so you are going to log in with your Google account for these 2 Peardecks. So I'm going to show you on the student side what that's going to look like. So when you click the link, it should take you to a page where you log into your account. So I'm just logging in as a student to show you what it looks like. So when you open it up, it's going to take a minute to load, and you're going to log in just like this. And first thing you're going to do is say how you're feeling, right? You can always skip it if you don't want to share. And then you're going to go through the slides. So it says Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Lesson number 9, super strength. I went too far. So this is in your orange journal. If you guys remember from earlier on in the year, you don't have your journal, so you're going to have to type all your answers. So this says that mental creation, things that happen in your mind, come before things that happen in real life. So some questions to think about. Why is it difficult to accept differences? Why is it important to appreciate our strengths? And then how do our strengths help us come up with a picture of what the future is going to look like? So this says, in a recent survey, teens were asked to list the top 10 things they would change about themselves if they could. How do you think they answered? So you're going to write a list of the things that you think people your age would want to change about themselves. Is it how they look? Is it about how they act or who they are? What would they want to be different? So I want you to think about what those would be and type your answers over here. And here's a quote for you to think about. So many people, especially teenagers, are desperate to fit in, but they don't realize that the only people who really matter are the ones who like them for who they are. Right? And that was Katrina, a 16-year-old, who realized that really we just care about the people who like us for who we really are, right? Not for how we pretend to be or how we act, right? But who really like me for me. So, do you agree with what Katrina says? Do you think that people do like who you are? You will drag the dot over here if you think that they should like you for who you are. Or if you think, no, maybe sometimes you have to lie or pretend or be someone else for people to like you, put it over here, right? If you're somewhere kind of in the middle, you can put it in the middle. But I want to see what your answer is. On the next slide, it says, what makes you unique? What are your strengths? What makes you different? So you're trying to come up with 5. So you see this person said, I draw well, right? So if you are good at drawing, you could write that as one of your 5 answers. If you're good at some other things, right, put some other things you're good at. Right? And this one asks, how could one of your strengths be used to be a leader? So how could you use the things that you're good at to help other people so that they can learn from you and follow from you? So you can type your answer with the text key, or you can use these to draw what it is. So maybe you're good at drawing, maybe you're good at giving speeches, maybe you're good at math or science. How could you use some of those things to help other people, right? So how does that make you a good leader? Even if you're just thinking about a video game and you're really good at one part of a video game and you can help other people on your team, right? How could you use those strengths? And then the last one for this lesson is just asking, do you understand? So over here, if you feel like you really understand, right, why it's important to know what's good about yourself, or over here, if you're like, I don't really think I get it. I don't know if I understand why I should know what's good about myself. So what I'm good at. So it's up to you. If you're in the middle, you can put it somewhere over here. But I prefer if you pick one or the other. So that's lesson 9. Right? Those are all the slides you need to do for lesson 9. When you're done with lesson 9, you'll go back to lesson 10 over here. Right? And you can just click on it. I'm just showing you in another window. And you'll open up your lesson 10. And you're going to answer the questions on lesson 10. Remember, if you have any questions at any point, you can always go to the classroom and schedule a time with me, or let me or come onto a class. So this is still habit 2, but now we're on lesson 10. It's called On Cloud 9. So the main idea is about living based on the most important things. So the first question is, what's the difference between real happiness and sort of surface happiness or fake happiness? Right? And it says, why don't things bring us long-term happiness, happiness for a long time? And then the question is, well, what does make us happy for a really long time? Like, for years and years. So this is Mary Ann's story. She said, I finally got my new phone. I was so happy. I was floating on cloud 9. My happiness lasted for a couple days and then it wore off. I was still happy to have the phone, but I started to think about what else would make me feel that way. Right. So we're looking at these two different ideas, right? What's something that's real, right? It's really true, it's genuine, it's um, it really happened, and then superficial, right? It's something that's just kind of on the surface. It's very shallow, it's not very deep, right? It's just kind of, it's almost like fake, right? So over here it says to draw an example of real happiness, and then the sort of super surface or fake happiness that we've been talking about. So remember in the example, her phone was that kind of not very deep or real kind of fake happiness, right? It made her happy for 2 days. And then after that, she wanted the next phone or the next new thing, right? So that something like that could go on this side, something that doesn't make you happy for very long. Then over here, you want to put something that really makes you happy, like no matter what. That could be your family, friends, pets, maybe whatever your dream is, your dream job, or what you hope for the future, right? Maybe those things make you really happy. Or maybe you like to do what you love. Maybe you love drawing, maybe you love dancing, right? Things that really make you very, very happy for a long time, not just for a short time. And so this says that we need to remember that we have to focus our life on the things that make us happy in the long term, right? So it says principles, right? So important ideas like love, we talked about the people that we love, right? Hard work, helping others, things that can maybe make us happy in 10 years or 20 years from now. You guys remember the video where you're supposed to think about when you're 80 years old, right? Who's going to be at your birthday party? Is it your friends? Is it your family? Is it people from your work, right? So imagining that could help you. So it says, why will centering your life on principles help bring you long-term happiness? So why do things like love, hard work, helping others, why do they make you happy for a long time, not just a short time? And the very last one, what's something you learned today? You can draw or write your answer. And then, does this make you think of something in your own life? So maybe you came up with some examples. Right, we're talking about 80th birthdays. We're talking about things in your life that you really love and make you happy for a long time. Right, so maybe there's something you can come up with over here. And so remember, if you ever need uh, the computer to read to you, you can always click on this button and it should be able to load that up for you. right? And you should be able to play that and hear it, right? And there's all kinds of cool things to see. This change the size, look at the parts of speech, change how it reads to you, right? But that can help you if you get stuck and need someone to read it to you again, right? Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Just do your best. I know this is a little bit hard, but I think you can do it. And if you get stuck, remember, you can always, if you go to the stream, right, there's some information about joining my office hours, 2 to 3 p.m. every day. There's a class schedule that's posted, and if you want to hop on class, right, you just click for that class. This is period 1. You click this right here, or you click this right here to see the video. Hopefully that answers most of your questions. Have a great day.